My name is Sarah Craig. I'm a staff clinician at AI. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is one of the common questions I get from parents is, what do I do when my child is struggling really in that moment? When my child asks for help, I don't know what to do. And it's really, really hard to watch your child struggle. It's probably one of the hardest things you do as a parent, and to not know what to do. So I have an idea of something you can try. Nothing works all the time, but this is something that really helps you be with your child in their struggle. Notice I said kind of with your child and not for your child. That's a small change of wording, but it's really important. So what I'm talking about is a supportive statement. We often talk about offering support, but what does that really look like? In this case, it's going to come in the form of a statement. So there's two parts to the supportive statement. You have to do both, so don't cheat. Don't only do one. If you only do one, it's not as effective. The first part is acknowledging your child's feelings. So what might that look like? I know this is really hard. I know getting on the bus is really frustrating and disappointing. You don't want to have to take the bus. I know when you have a test, you feel scared, those kinds of things. The more specific you can be, the better, but you don't have to be really specific. It can just be, I know this is hard for you. So that's the part one. Part two is you expressing your confidence in their ability to do it. So what I mean by that is, and I know you're going to have a great day, or I know you can do it. I know you're going to have a great soccer practice, whatever that might look like. So you're going to put those together with and or but, really whatever feels natural to you. So it might sound something like, I know that today's a really hard day for you, and I know you're going to have a great one. Or I know getting on the bus is hard with all the kids being loud, and I know that you're going to have a good day at school when you get there. So that's the sort of thing we're looking for. Notice that when you do that, that's all about you. You're not asking your child to do anything. You're not telling them to do anything. You're really giving them a reflection of how they might be feeling. You might get it wrong, by the way. You'll hear about it if you do. But you're sort of allowing them to borrow some of that confidence from you, and to also understand how they can express themselves. So it's a really important skill for them to have. We work a lot on that here, so it's great to have it reinforced at home. And it gives you something to do when you really sort of don't know what to do otherwise. So it's something to try. Nothing's going to work all the time. And it doesn't also feel natural at first. I also understand that. Give this some time. Give it time to feel natural to you, and also natural for your child to receive it. It may not be received as well as you want the first few times you try it, but I'd encourage you to stick with it. So a supportive statement, an acknowledgement of how they feel, and also an expression of your belief in their ability to do it. It's definitely worth a try. Something we often hear as parents is that it's really good to model behavior for our children. It's easy to do sometimes when they're young. I think we've all talked about, not cutting in line in front of people, not stealing things, being very truthful when we give answers. It gets harder as we spend less time with our kids and as they get older and their lives get more complicated. One of the ways we can do it is by what I call thinking out loud. And what I mean by that is allowing them to hear us kind of make decisions about how we're going to acknowledge the way we feel and get sort of to the other side of that. One example might be if you have a bad day at work and you come home and you don't feel so great and you're tired, and you can say, I had a really lousy day at work. My boss is such a jerk. I can't believe I have to keep working there. I hate it. And it's one of those things. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but I'm glad to be here. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to go change. And, I think I'm going to go for a walk, and then I'm going to feel better. When you do that, you're allowing your child to hear you think. You're allowing them to understand that you can have that emotion, you can not feel good, and you can figure out what to do about it, and you can come to the other side. Another example might be dealing with a leaky faucet, right? Really frustrating. I can't believe this isn't working. I need to watch a YouTube video about it, but I really need to take a break first. I'm going to go take the dog out for a short walk and have a glass of water, and when I come back, I'll feel fresher. Those kinds of things really allow our kids to hear us make decisions. We don't often do that for our kids, and it's a great way for them to sort of understand how to do that. So, the next time you have the chance, allow your child to hear you think out loud. If you're really brave, you can ask them what they think, but it's really a great way for them to understand kind of how that process might work for you. And it helps them out later when they're doing that for themselves. So it's a really great way to model.